Hello Bournemouth fans and welcome to Cherries Red Army YouTube channel and to this latest video where we're going to take a look at these latest kits we have for the upcoming season. We're going to get some fan reaction very soon. But first, are you a subscriber yet? We want to get to 500. If you're not, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell to be notified when new content is out. If you enjoy the next 15 or 20 minutes, also hit the like button. So let's get our AFC Bournemouth guests on. Let's look at those beautiful new kits for the 2021-2022 season. And look who we've got on today's video, a pair of talking cherries. You're probably worried about what I was going to say there, Simon.
Well, yeah, take your pick.
Talking Cherries then. We're going to talk about the kits very soon, Simon. But let's have an update from Talking Cherries. How's things going in a really positive month for June?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we were raising funds in June. A massive team of fans came together to join in the June 500 to raise funds for Dorset Mind for men's mental health and other services that they offer. And our team managed to raise over £550. So thanks to everybody who donated to that. We've now done 2 initiatives where we've raised funds for local mental health charities. And we've raised nearly £2,000. So that's fantastic. So anybody who's donated, we really appreciate it. And it's really going to a good cause.
And if you aren't following the Talking Cherries yet, you can check it out in the description of this video. Follow on Twitter and do help and support. And Sammi, in part of that support, you do like Zoom calls where you get fans together and talk cherries and might do the odd quiz.
We do. So we did one last night. So yeah, we just get invite people onto Zoom. We literally just kind of sit around and chat. And yeah, we did a quiz last night. So Kirk, putting you on the spot. Let's quiz you.
Hang on. You can't do this to me. There's your yellow card. This has been coming for a while, to be fair.
VAR, overruling. You are VAR tonight.
So what you're saying, we're going to do a mini quiz here. How many questions are you going to put my way?
I've done a couple because I can't remember them. Hold on. Okay, so how many clean sheets did Begovic have up until now in his Bournemouth career? So was it 29, 30, 31 or 32?
Interesting. 17 clean sheets last season. So he actually probably got more in the Premier League than I actually think then. I'm going to go with a round number. I'm going to go with 30.
Now I'm going to put you on the spot, Simon. Can you remember last night?
No, I think I've got this one wrong. Is it 32?
No, it's 31.
Oh, by one. Okay. You're not doing this to me. I'm the stats man. This is doing my street cred. No, this is not helping.
I bet you get this one wrong as well then. Okay, how many goals did Jamie Redknapp score for Bournemouth? Was it 3, 2, 1 or none?
I know I got this one wrong.
See, I want to think it's about 2, I'm going to go with 2.
Apparently it was 0. I mean, feel free to correct me on that at some point, but where I looked it up, it was none.
And if you're still a Cherries Red Army follower and subscriber, I really appreciate your support because hopefully Sammi hasn't damaged my channel. But really appreciate that. Get involved with the Talking Cherries. Get on the Zoom calls and get involved.
Carry on.
I should give him a yellow card for dissing what you do, Sammi, or you should get them out as well. I'll tell you what, get that clapper hand out from behind you and give him a slap round the cheek, the cheeky effer. Yeah, there you go.
Brilliant, love it. And look at Simon out there in the outside enjoying this latest video. Right,
Absolutely.
Let's get on with what we're going to be doing here then in the kits. And on Friday, the AFC Bournemouth released the kits that they're going to be playing in this season before the friendly that was coming the same evening. First of all, Sammi, they released the training gear, and let's take a look at the training outfit. Was sort of marketed, shall we say, by Marcondes when he signed, but a beautiful blue. Some people were glad to see the back of the yellow.
Yeah, they certainly were. To be fair, I was quite glad to see the back of the yellow. I love that colour blue. It's one of my favourite colours. We've had quite a few kits, similar kind of colours to that as well. I really like that. Really like it. Especially on Jefferson Lerma.
Absolutely. And with him in that beautiful blue, let's hope he stays an AFC Bournemouth player. Simon, the blue, does it take your fancy?
Yeah, I love the blue. I haven't bought a training top for a few years, but that's probably going to be on the shopping list. I think the yellow had to go. I think I saw Hensman talk about yellow coaches, and that's the only iconic yellow we could ever have on any shirt.
And should we rate these? Should we rate the training gear? So out of 10, how much do you love this, Sammi? Out of 10.
Probably can't give it a 10, can I? Let's go with an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Simon, out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 9 purely because of what else I'm going to be looking at in a minute.
And I'm going to go with a nice steady 8 as well. It is a beautiful blue. I do like it. But let's get on to the main kit, the home kit that we're going to be wearing against West Brom on the opening game of the season on that Friday night, Sammi. A red and black top, very stripy. Got Lewis Cook there and Lloyd Kelly. When you saw this come out on that Friday morning, what was you thinking?
When I first saw it, I was a bit like, okay then. I didn't not like it, but I wasn't kind of overwhelmed. But then obviously the more I scroll through my social media and everyone's reposting it and you see it again and again, and then we watch them play the friendly in it, it's kind of grown on me already. So yeah, it's all right. It didn't overwhelm me when I first saw it, but it's definitely grown on me.
As Sammi said, when you look at social media on the day when the kit was released, it does seem to be very hit and miss, Simon, with the fan base.
Yeah, I mean, comparing it to last year's, as soon as that was released, I was kind of, I wouldn't say in love, but it was pretty sexy, for a Bournemouth kit last year. So from the high of last year to come to that my first reaction was very similar, of like, kind of non-fussed, if I can call it that. But the same thing, having seen it in action, it looks a lot better in the flesh than it probably does in the images that we've seen, the stills. So it's a grower.
It's a grower, and a grower out of 10. What are you going for, Simon?
7.
A 7, steady 7. And Sammi, how are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, I reckon a 7. I reckon if we'd done this Friday morning, as soon as they'd been released, I would have been maybe a 5 or a 6. But yeah, definitely on a 7.
No, I think after watching the friendly, because we're recording this after the friendly and seeing the youngsters in it, I'm going to agree with you two and go with a 7. I don't always want to agree with you, but you are right on this one, I think. So let's get to that final one for the moment. I'm sure there's a third kit coming, but it is a white kit, Simon. And we've had white before. You're wearing white. I've got a white one previously. A bit of a different style, red and black on the arms with a different style on the neck as well, Simon.
I actually really like this, and I didn't deliberately choose the white shirt tonight because there are similarities between them. But as soon as I saw this, now obviously we were talking about the home kit. When I saw this next to it, this looks really attractive first time round. But in a funny kind of way, it might be going the other way, because I was like, that's really nice. And I was like, that's a high mark, in terms of marking out of 10. But I'm not as sure. I think I need to see it like we've seen the red and black in the flesh or in a game to really get a proper feel for it.
And looking at the two players that are marketing this shirt, Sammi, we've got a 20-plus goal striker next season in Dom Solanke and Jadon Anthony, who performed very well in that first friendly for Scott Parker. Your opinions on this away white top?
Yeah, again, when I first saw it, I much preferred that to the home kit. Still do. I really liked the fact that it's quite simple and it's still like the classic, Bournemouth are red and black, and it is kind of white with a splash of red and black. And I thought that was quite classic, but quite cool. So yeah, I'm still really liking it. Although someone did say to me, it reminds me of a Germany shirt, which kind of made me go, So yeah. Apart from that comment, which we'll just forget, I really like it.
And I like it as well. I do really like it. It was the one I preferred out of the two initially. So Sammi, coming back to you again, out of 10, what we give him for the white?
Okay, it nearly got a 9, but because someone put that whole Germany seed in my head, we're going to go to an 8.
An 8 for Sammi. Simon, you're wearing white. Are you going to give it more?
I couldn't care for a comment about a German strip, so I'm sticking with a 9.
Shall I meet you? I'll meet you in the middle. 8.5. I'll go in between because I think it's a fair comment. We assume there's going to be a third kit coming, Sammi. Is that one going to be yellow?
No, I reckon it's going to be black with a bit of red and white on.
And I've got a black one as well from the League One or Championship era. Simon, what colour do you think the third one might be?
Do you know what? I haven't got a Scooby. So let's go crazy. Sam's wearing pink. Let's go purple.
Excellent. Purple. Yeah. Have we a purple one? Anything close to that before?
We have purple goalie kit or not?
We've had all sorts of colours on the kits, but just to have something random that we've probably never had before. And some teams can really pull off a purple, and they have been around.
Are we going like Capri purple or like lilac? I mean, we need to.
I'm thinking of a deep purple. No music puns.
Other chocolates available.
Yeah, with maybe some gold and some red and black somewhere just to satisfy.
I think of the old Tottenham kit from years ago that was purple. I don't know why, but awful. But there we go. Let's go to our Cherries Red Army. Purple, then. No, let's go to our Cherries Red Army Twitter then, because we put a poll out. How are you feeling about the kit? And this was quite raw. Did you guys vote just out of interest?
No, not on this one.
Oh, okay. But we had 52.5% that said they loved both. We had 34.3% that said nice away, home. And then we had 13.1% home nice, away. What some of the comments we had? Will said underwhelmed initially by the home shirt, but it might grow on me. Steve said the same. And then Matt said home, away. So I think it's going to need to grow on Matt as well. The goalkeeper one's quite basic, a yellow. We've had plenty of them, haven't we, Sammi?
Yeah, I thought the sleeves were a little bit weird in the picture, but actually seeing it like on, it was a little bit better actually on the player rather than just in a picture. So like you say, with the white one, I reckon that could be a bit of a decider, actually seeing them playing in it. But yeah,
I think the white one will look wonderful when everyone's got a tan. Bit pasty in the winter, perhaps.
And we have got an AFC Bournemouth Weekly coming update where we look back at the last 7 to 10 days and the latest news coming out, transfers, ins and outs. But should we have a quick AFC Bournemouth Weekly? I did read today that it looks like AFC Bournemouth are going to let Begovic go to Everton. They've given him permission to talk to him, Simon. You know, we probably wouldn't have raised our eyebrows this time last year, but after the season he had, it's going to be devastating to see him leave. But you can probably understand why the club are going to let him go.
I think we're in a phase now where money talks more than sentiment, and when you've got the highest paid player pretty much in the club that's on a £3 million a year contract, however you want to break that down, I don't think we can afford it. I'd be sad to see him go based on his performance, but money talks now. And
we have already talked about Steve Cook's Twitter looking a bit different, Sammi. I know you're a big fan of that era of players, Steve Cook, and I hope he's an AFC Bournemouth player. It's not looking promising. It does look like Scott Parker's going to go very youthful. We're being linked with a lot of loan signings from players out of these youth setups and academies at Leeds and Liverpool. But Steve Cook, your thoughts?
Well, have you seen today? He's tweeted again. He was tweeting during the match, kind of a bit more positive. He was just like, wishing the lads luck, that kind of thing. He was, I think there was a little video of him training. And his profile picture is him in a Bournemouth shirt.
Okay.
So I still think maybe he's on his way out, and the other day was his knee-jerk reaction, and he's kind of thought, let's rein it in a bit, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, he's changed a few things back. So
we also never know. It could be all sorts of reasons, couldn't it? It could be that his agent set up a new deal that wasn't going to happen the other day because the club might have wanted to lower his salary. There can be all sorts of variables, couldn't there? He could end up staying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I think it was a knee-jerk reaction of and then everyone got onto it, and so who knows.
Watch this space then, and we will be bringing out AFC Bournemouth Weeklies with the updates, and we'll talk about these types of things. Simon, then, anything else that you'd like to add that maybe's coming up with the Talking Cherries? And we're always quite positive as Bournemouth fans in pre-season, ahead of the season. Fans are like, we're going to do this. We're going to finish playoffs.
Well, the Talking Cherries bit, obviously, in terms of where we are and what we're doing, we're hoping to get into the stadium at some point where we can actually have a get together as fans in person, you know, which would be amazing for anyone to come along and talk football and, you know, say how you're feeling, get with other like-minded people, etc. So that's going to be amazing. We're working on a podcast concept to try and take the concept into the university with some university students, to get the conversation around mental health evolving there with the connection to the club and to the fans as well. So there's a lot of things happening in the background so we can continue to advance the conversation. And we've got an amazing group of fans. So if anybody ever does feel the need to reach out, then please do. And we've got great mental health first aid trained fans, and they will be visible in the ground at various points as we go forward. So that's the Talking Cherries bit. What was the other question?
Basically, how positive we always are before the season starts that we're going to do well.
Oh, we had this conversation last night, didn't we, Sammi?
We said
on our call as to how positive we are and watching what's going on. And I'm obviously positive, but a realist at the same time, because there's a lot of change that's happening, and it's going to take a number of games for us all to get a feel for who we are, what we're going to look like, and how we're going to play. Half glass full says these kids are going to be amazing, and there's going to be a perfect blend with the more, you know, mature guys who've got experience, and it's all going to be great.
I love you, Simon. You always keep us on the edge of the seat. And Sammi, I know you're really looking forward and you're desperate to get back into the Vitality and see the boys play this season.
Certainly am. I can't go to the Chelsea game. I'm working, which is pretty annoying. But there we go. So, yeah, but I'm hopefully going to get tickets to the cup match. So, hopefully. So, I'll be there before the start of the season.
And reminiscing with Andrew Sermon, even though he's on the opposition team.
Yeah.
Guys, great to have you on this video. Why don't you rate in the comments what you think about those kits? Do you agree with Simon? Do you agree with Sammi? Also, make sure you follow Talking Cherries. The details are in the description. But from this video, from me, Simon and Sammi, we'll see you soon. Up the cherries.